Tribute to Charlotte Eades. Do not stand at my grave and weep. By Mary Elizabeth Fry. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glint on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So I'm sorry that I have not been posting videos as of late. There have been a couple of reasons why I haven't been filming, and one of which I will be getting into in this video. So if you guys follow me on my social media, that of my Twitter or my Facebook page, you probably already know this, but for those of you who don't follow me on those, I will catch you up to speed. Basically, last week we had some very sad news that my friend and fellow YouTuber who I've known for the past year, Charlotte Eades, lost her battle to cancer. She passed away on Wednesday, and it's just been a very hard few weeks because she's been really battling this, and she was admitted to hospital a few weeks ago with some severe symptoms. Before that, she's been fighting cancer for around 2 years. She was diagnosed when she was 17. Last week she passed away very sadly, so it's been a very hard time for both the family, her friends, and of course myself. I felt that as her friend, but also as a fellow YouTuber, that I owed it to her to make a video to pay respects to her and to talk about her accolades and her achievements and what she's done, because she's done some amazing things with what she's been doing on her channel and her work as a campaigner. And I really wanted to make a video just as my personal way of saying goodbye to her, and also to try and keep a part of her alive. I felt that it was right for me to make this video. I actually do have consent from her parents. Now, to start off with, I met Charlotte about a year ago. So the long and the short of it is, we met on YouTube. So I had been making videos for about 2.5 years at that time, and I posted a few videos, and one of which was, I think it was the You Don't Look Disabled video, and I'd also posted some other videos about, you know, March favourites and beauty and stuff. And Charlotte found me through YouTube. She commented on a few of my videos and said she liked my videos on my channel, and she said, I make videos about dealing with cancer, would you like to come and check me out? I started to watch her videos, and it kind of went from there really. We just started to talk all the time. She followed me on Instagram, I followed her back. We were chatting all the time, we were commenting on each other's pictures and videos, and it just really went from there. And then around June time we decided that we would like to meet up and meet each other. So I went down to meet her in Brighton, which you guys might know already if you watched that vlog of me and Charlotte in Brighton. I'll link both of our vlogs down below if you'd like to go and watch them. We met in Brighton and we just started to hit it off from there really, and we talked. We always called each other up on the phone, we Skyped, we was always talking to each other on Facebook. We were really close from that point on. And I just think the thing about Charlotte that always makes me think of her, like every day now there are little things that remind me of her. So the most silly little things to some people that mean a lot to me. So I was out the other day because my mum said to me, Emily, we need to get out of the house, we need to go out and do something because we can't be sitting in here, you know, the whole time, because it was just shortly after Charlotte had died. So we went out and we were just shopping, and I just saw her favourite perfume at La Rive Gauche by YSL, and other little things like, for example, the smell of the Mercier Creme Brulee hand cream, which was her favourite, and other things. I just, whenever I look at sunflowers or a flower shop now, I always think of her, because the first time I met Charlotte in Brighton Station, she was standing next to this flower stall. I remember she was just standing amidst this beautiful kind of array of flowers, and she was such a stunning girl, and she was just standing there waiting for me, and she just rushed up and hugged me, and I just remember breathing in this really beautiful smell of the flowers when she'd been standing next to them, and it was just so warm and welcoming, and I just felt like I had an affinity to her the moment that I met her. I felt like I'd known her for such a long time, and I opened up to her and told her things that I'd never even told my other friends that I'd known for years, and I just felt like it was a different relationship between myself and Charlotte, because we both had illnesses throughout a portion of our teenage years, and I'd been diagnosed when I was very young, and Charlotte had cancer from the age of 17. So we'd both had a lot of experience with being in hospital, and we knew how it felt to be isolated. The day I came home from Brighton, I literally felt so elated because I'd finally found someone who got me 100%, everything down to the things I enjoyed, my makeup, my YouTube, you know, the fact that I had an invisible disability like her as well to some extent, and we talked so much about what we wanted to do. Charlotte was like writing like I did. She was writing a book. She loved fashion. She wanted to go to America. She just wanted to do everything that she had planned to do, and she didn't want to let cancer stop her, and she never did really. She always got out there and did her best, and always tried to promote the message that having a disability or an illness doesn't stop you, and that you can still be a teenager and still act your age, and you can still be the person you want to be. Just because you've got an illness, it doesn't mean that changes that. And I think that's what she always taught me. And after meeting her, I felt so different about myself and who I was as a person. When I met Charlotte, she taught me that you really don't have to let your past or what's happened to you dictate who you're going to be. And Charlotte was so resilient. She had so much life about her. She was so determined. She was such a positive person. I mean, you see in all of her videos, from when she started right up to the point where she passed away in her last video that she was in, she still remained positive, even though, you know, her cancer was starting to strip her of her speech and she found it hard to talk, and you know, it was just becoming more difficult for her to be mobile. Even up until then, she just still remained to be positive and to say that, no, actually, I'm going to continue to fight this thing until the bitter end. And she never gave up, not for 1 minute. She never let go. She never said, right, that's it, you're going to beat me. She always said, no, I'm going to try my best, and she always did. And I think that's something to be admired, because I've never met someone like Charlotte who had so much resilience and determination, and such a thirst to try and to just try and get on with her life. And I think now, to this day, I will still try to take a pinch of what Charlotte had in her and translate into my own life, because she was so determined. She was such a courageous woman, and she was so amazing, and I loved her. I felt like she was the most wonderful person, and she just had such a zest for life, and she was so funny and intelligent, and she had such great style. She was like a little Audrey Hepburn in her own way, also with a little bit of 90s glamorous grunge thrown in there as well. And you know, the other day I got sent a package from her family. They'd entrusted me with her makeup. Just going through all her things, you know, her MAC lipsticks and her brushes. She loved MAC, she loved, you know, makeup, and also this little bracelet that I'm wearing now that I was given, that was hers as well, and just other little things as well, and just little reminders of her and just the person that she was. And I think in all of her videos she always strived to promote a really positive message, whether it was saying that you can do your own makeup and don't let your cancer or having to go through chemo stop you from being glamorous, you can still do your eyebrows, to really, you know, significant things like don't judge a book by its cover. Just because someone doesn't look disabled or look like they have an illness doesn't mean that they don't have an illness, and try and think outside the box. And you know, also, if you meet someone who is ill or does have an illness, or someone you know who starts to suffer with an illness, don't treat them indifferently and try to support them. And just, even if it's just a smile, that will be enough to help them. And other things like that. As a really profound campaigner, she worked with Clip Sargent, she worked with Cancer Research, she did the Pretty Muddy campaign. She did so much, and she really wanted to promote a message to the young demographic who might have cancer, because she said that when she was looking for videos about cancer and living with cancer, she did not find much that was for her age group, and she wanted to be the voice for young people with cancer, and she wanted to make a difference. And what I really want to say to you who don't follow her, or you follow me but haven't followed her, please go and check out her channel. Even though she's not here anymore, her family are going to keep her channel up and open in the hope that it will help other people in the future who might be going through the same thing. So if any of you don't follow her, go and check out her channel and see what she was about, because she really made some amazing videos. She talked about cancer and hair loss, cancer and being a teenager. She talked about lots of different things, but also she did normal things like every other, you know, blogger who was a fashion and lifestyle blogger did. She did a, you know, what's in my handbag video. She did makeup pulls and, you know, all that kind of thing. She was just an ordinary girl who had the addition of having to put up with cancer, but she did it so well, and she took it so gracefully, and she was so stoic. She always was so stoic and accepting, and she just carried on trying. And if any of you take anything from Charlotte, I hope that you all take the message that you must try to live your life, and you must try to make good of whatever you've been given, and just carry on trying whatever you do, and try and be successful and happy and positive. And just, if any of you can take one thing, it's her positivity, because her positivity was probably one of the most amazing traits about her. I mean, she was an amazing person all round, but her positivity was incredible. She carried on when a lot of people might have given up, and I think that's something to be said about her character, but also her family made her that way. You know, she has passed away, and cancer did take her, and it's awful because she was 19 and she passed away only last week, and it's a shame because she deserved so much more than this, and she could have given so much more, but she's left an amazing footprint and a legacy. Sorry. She's left her channel and her positivity and her words and everything that she stood for. She's left that behind, and I just hope that anyone who's going through cancer in the future comes across her channel and can take some comfort and some goodness out of what she did, because she honestly did try so hard to promote the message that you can still be who you want to be, and don't let cancer ruin your life, and try to do what you can to have a good life in spite of it. And I think that was amazing. And you know, this year I'd love to do something in support of cancer. I'm thinking about doing the cancer race for life, or maybe a zip wire, I don't know yet, but I am going to leave a link down below. Basically, Charlotte's family have started a memorial fund, and the money is given to the Children with Cancer Trust, I believe it's called. I'll leave it all in the description bar anyway. If any of you can just donate, even if it's £5, even if it's just a small amount, just to show solidarity towards Charlotte, because I know a lot of you who are subscribed to my channel also follow her, or might have followed her through me, because we always did promote each other's channels, and we were always very supportive of each other. And if any of you can, who are Charlotte's followers or who might want to, please give something just to show solidarity towards the family and her friends. And also, if you still want to leave a comment on Charlotte's video, on her last video that her family posted about her passing, please do, because I know it means a great deal to the family to have so many comments, and it would to Charlotte as well. I'm sure she'd be delighted with the way people have responded to her and how much love and support she's had. I think she always held her subscribers and her base so dearly in her heart. She always said that how grateful she was, and she was such a grateful person. And I think that's one thing I want to say about the internet. Everyone can always say that the internet's a bad place, and all the internet this and the internet that and privacy blah blah blah, but the internet brought me and her together, and I'm so grateful that I was able to know her, and I was able to call her my friend, and I got the chance to have that time with her, even if it was only very short. It was wonderful, and I love her very much, and her family are all so amazing as well, and I'm just so grateful for the time I had with her. So I'm going to end it there for today, I think, because that's as much as I can say. But just want to also extend my love to Charlotte's family as well, and to her friends and to her supporters. And thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for your support to me as well. So that's it for me today. Have a lovely day whatever you're doing, and I will speak to you guys in my next one. Bye.